everybody, it's Wootini from GayGamer.net, here with another weekly video podcast. Just to start with, I just want to get this out of the way right up front. If you have tried visiting GayGamer.net recently, you may have noticed that we are having some technical difficulties. Our servers were in Lower Manhattan, which was badly damaged by Hurricane Sandy, and they got it up and running again, but now apparently they're shutting them down, so I don't really know anything about it. I just know that they had to shut down, so our little elves had to move our content to a new server, which has been done. We just have to reconstruct everything to get it back to the way things were. Right now there's no forums, you can't comment, it's not, proper. So hopefully we'll get that sorted in a timely fashion, and maybe when we come back to life, we'll finally implement that site redesign, and when we come back, we'll look all pretty and shiny and new. So bear with us during this difficult time, and we promise to come back better than ever. But I'm still doing my podcast, posting it to YouTube, so all of you with YouTube subscriptions, you'll get to see it. Anyone who waits for me to post it on the site on Monday evenings, hopefully they'll think to go to YouTube, and you'll see it that way. Because I'm still doing it, I just can't post it to the site. And this week, I wanted to talk about the very special big news of this past week, which was not GayGamer.net servers going down, but Nintendo's announcement that there is a new Pokémon game coming out for the Nintendo 3DS in October of this year. Sure, they can tell you a month. I mean, it's not a specific release date, they just said October, but that's still more than we have for Animal Crossing New Leaf. I'm just a little perturbed by that. So, still waiting for that release date for New Leaf. Nintendo, anytime. Anytime, really. So I thought I would do a little Pokemon podcast. Hence my... Oh, he fell over. Hence my special guest, Pikachu. And I wore my favorite Pokemon t-shirt, which is awesome. Because I have a very checkered history with the Pokemon franchise. I've always been annoyed that the only proper Pokemon games are on handhelds, and the consoles are always, like, side games, like Pokemon Coliseum, or the Pokepark games on the Wii, and it's like, I wanted a proper 3D adventure game. Like, I wanted the Pokemon game to go from 2D to 3D polygon graphics, and have, like, a real, proper game with, like, high-quality graphics, and really awesome. And while, yes, obviously, I would love to have something on the Wii U where it would look fantastic, the 3DS is no slouch, and it seems to be probably the closest thing to my imaginary console Pokemon that I'd always wanted. And for whatever reason, I'm interested in this one. And I don't know if it's just the fact that it's in 3D, or the fact that I'm kind of hoping that there's going to be, like, a whole bunch more new features. My problem is that I fear that the same thing will happen that has happened to quite a few other Pokemon games in my past, which is that I start playing it, and then I realize I don't know any of these Pokemon, I don't like any of these Pokemon, they're not as good as the classic Pokemon, and it's the same game every single time, and halfway through I lose interest. And in fact, I think the only Pokemon game I've ever played through to completion was the very first one, Pokémon Red, where I do actually remember, I have a vivid memory of sitting on the front porch of my grandparents' house with my little black and white Game Boy, playing Pokémon Red, and beating the final boss, and just being like, okay, and now I have completed the game, and I was very, very excited, because it took a really long time. and that was great. Unfortunately, I could not find my copy of Pokémon Red. I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere in the house, but I was unable to dig it up. It might actually be in my old gray Game Boy still, which I couldn't find either, but is somewhere around here. I don't know where exactly. But I did come up with one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time, which is Pokemon Pinball. I still have this cartridge with the giant rumble pack on the top, which, now that I think about it, it might not work anymore. The battery's probably dead. I was hopelessly addicted to Pokemon Pinball, trying to catch all the different Pokemon, and it was so hard, but it was so much fun to try. And then honestly, looking through the box, I was surprised to find, like, Pokemon Sapphire, and then they apparently did another Pokemon Pinball for Ruby and Sapphire, which I did not remember, but is clearly awesome, because it's, you know, Game Boy Advance, so it's better graphics and whatever. I don't remember much about Pokemon Sapphire. I don't think I finished it. I honestly, I don't remember how far I got with that one. But I probably didn't finish it because, like I said, I usually get to the point where I'm just like, okay, I'm bored now. It's just, because it gets so monotonous, because it's just grinding your Pokemon, and you're just running around and battling and grinding levels, and it just becomes so tedious that you're like, oh. Oh, but I also did find my super awesome, most favorite Pokemon game, the classic Pokemon Snap. Remember when they put them in these giant cardboard boxes? I still have a bunch of these in their cardboard boxes, like my N64 games. I don't know why I kept them in the boxes. They take up so much space, but I thoroughly enjoyed this, and yes, I totally went to Blockbuster. I still have my two Blockbuster cards that you'd put in the little machine, put your cartridge in, and you put the little card in, and then you would print out stickers. I can't find my stickers, but I feel like I have stickers somewhere. I still have a couple left. Like, I didn't use them all. I left, like, at least one of each sticker so that I could save them for all eternity. Because I had, like, a really, really, really cute Squirtle picture that I loved. And I know Pokemon Snap is, like, the biggest joke, but I think it was really cute and fun, and, you know, whatever. Then we have Pokemon Diamond, which I bought because I didn't buy a lot of the other Pokemon games, like on the Game Boy or Game Boy Advance. Like, I had Sapphire there, but, like, when it came out on the DS, I thought, oh, okay, there'll be all new features. There's, like, you know, the wireless connection, you can go on Wi-Fi, and I remember getting, like, some cool Japanese Pokemon with the Japanese name, so I'd leave it like that, and, you know, it looked really cool. I'm pretty sure this is the one where I got to a certain point where I felt like the game was over, and I beat, like, one of the legendary Pokemon, and I caught it, and I'm like, okay, good, done. And then suddenly the game was like, but it's not over yet, you still have to go and battle these people. And I'm like, you know what, no, I'm good. I'm good, really, I'm good. So I feel like I completed that one, even though I technically did not. And then, last but not least, is Pokemon White, which, I don't even think I made it halfway through. I remember, I'm pretty sure where I left off, I was in some desert area, which I'm pretty sure is not even the halfway point, and I was just like, I can't. Like, it's just so monotonous. So, I don't know if the 3DS Pokemon will be able to re-energize my interest in the franchise, because like I said, I remember the original Pokemon, and I thought that their designs were totally awesome, and they were great characters and whatever, and now there's a couple of those, and obviously you get Pikachu and everything, but I just feel like the new Pokemon designs, I don't find them as appealing or interesting, and I just feel like I want the classic ones, and I just, you know, the actual game is pretty much the same game every time you play it. You know, you're a little boy or girl, and you get a starter Pokemon, and you wander off, and you collect Pokemon, and you build your army of Pokemon, and you travel from city to city to city, defeating gym leaders, and then you eventually defeat, like, whatever bad guy there is, and ta-da! And, you know, it's kind of the same game every time. So I don't know if there's going to be enough new features and the pretty polygon 3D graphics. That might be enough, visually, to keep me interested in it. But we shall see, because ultimately it's going to be the same game. But I'm also kind of excited because I want to see, you know, the Street Pass, like how that's going to all work, because I think the Street Pass on the 3DS is so cool because it's a passive sharing that you don't have to think about. So if you can, like, say, oh, I want to send, you know, here are some Pokemon that I'm willing to trade, I'm just going to leave these out here for you people to take if you want, or whatever, and then, like, you'll Street Pass people playing Pokemon, and then you can, like, battle them and capture their Pokemon and stuff. Like, that's kind of cool. As opposed to, like, going online and finding a friend or a complete stranger and trying to arrange a trade of Pokemon. It's like, But, because I love the Street Pass. I think it's a great idea, and I love, like, you know, the passive sharing. I go to work and I come home and suddenly I'm like, oh, look, I've got stuff. Cool. It's like a little present. It's fun. So, I don't know about you guys. I'm sure a lot of you are huge Poke Freaks and are super, super excited for this. I'm cautiously optimistic and strangely intrigued. I think it's just because it's in 3D with the better graphics and all, but we'll see. Maybe some of you hate Pokemon and turned this off early on because you said, oh, he's just going to talk about Pokemon? Pfft, screw it. I'll watch the next one instead. I guess we'll find out in October. And hopefully, very soon, we'll get GayGamer.net back up and running for y'all. And I will see you here on YouTube next week, again, regardless of what is going on with the site. So, have fun, and I'll see you then. Bye!